The chances of a political deal to resettle some Nauru refugees in New Zealand appear to be fading. The Prime Minister had been open to exploring the New Zealand option during the Wentworth by-election, but with Labor, the Greens and other crossbenchers offering to negotiate on a bill to stop backdoor entry to Australia, Scott Morrison's cooling on the idea of cutting any deals. Here's political editor Andrew Probin.
Citizen Malcolm speaks.
I'm out of partisan politics, and so that is it. And I'll continue to have things to say about important matters of public interest, but I'm not engaged in politics any longer. I'm retired.
Retired, but not without purpose. He'll be back to work for Australia next week at an international oceans conference in Bali.
I did request the former Prime Minister to represent us at that conference.
Malcolm Turnbull's answered a call to diplomatic action for a friend to the north, as another to the east struggles to make sense of diplomacy, Morrison style.
When we know what we're dealing with, we'll try and deal with it.
New Zealand wondering whether its long-standing offer to have 150 refugees languishing on Nauru will be taken up. For the past week, it's looked like a political fix was possible. Labor and the Greens prepared to conditionally back government legislation preventing those resettled ever coming to Australia.
But look, Labor is prepared to compromise with the government because we get it. It's beyond time that we find a new home for these vulnerable people.
But that door looks closed.
You don't get to negotiate with people smugglers based on horse trading in the Australian Senate.
The Prime Minister says he plans to get the remaining children off Nauru his way.
I'm going to continue to work quietly and methodically with those who are looking to get an outcome here, who aren't interested in showboating and grandstanding.
We're down to 52 children on Nauru and we want to get it to zero, but we have to be sensible about the way that we do it, Mr Speaker.
The government insists that its opposition to striking a one-off deal with Labor or anyone else on Nauru is wholly based on advice from border officials. But having raised expectations of a possible solution last week in the short shadow of the Wentworth by-election, the government's only under more pressure to sort it out quickly.
More than 200 children have been transferred from Nauru to other nations for medical reasons. Mr Speaker, we did not issue press releases or make public announcements about these transfers.
MPs of all persuasions say public patience for politicking on this issue is wearing thin. Andrew Probin, ABC News, Canberra.